I'm April. I'm a teacher at Family English, and today I'm going to give you a video lesson on usually, used to, and to get used to. So at first, we're going to take a look at present simple, which includes regular and scheduled actions and events. I have on our side usually, and our formula who, usually, plus present simple. And our first example, I'm usually grumpy in the morning, meaning most days, most mornings, when you see me, I will not be very pleasant and I will be quite crabby, and you shouldn't be surprised. This is normal. If we take a look at our graph, we have now, so granted, it's not happening exactly now, but somewhat usually, in this case in the morning, I am very grumpy and unpleasant. My second example that I have is I usually go to the gym on Mondays, meaning most Mondays, again, I go to the gym, but sometimes maybe I'm too busy, or maybe sometimes I'm sick and I won't go. It's not a guarantee, but it is kind of a general fact of what I like to do, and I plan. Alright, so usually only exists in the present tense. So how do we take this idea, usually, and put it into the past? Well, we're going to take a look then at used to. And I have our formula, who, used to, plus the base verb. And I have our example. I used to live in America. And if we take a look at our graph, we can see right now our verb's no longer happening, because right now I live in Russia. So therefore I have used to. And also I have, for a set amount of time in the past, a regular action of when I lived in America. You put all this together and you come up with, again, I used to live in America. My second example, I wrote down, I used to smoke. This is somewhat of a shorter form to also say, but I don't now, or I don't anymore. So now onto one more concept. Life is full of changes, and when something regular in your schedule changes, you need time to adjust to make this new action normal for you, to feel comfortable. For this, I'm going to take a look at an example from my life. I used to live in America, as I said, and I moved to Russia 2 years ago. So when I moved here, a lot of things changed for me, and a lot of things were very new. Some examples I chose were, I had to take the metro, because I used to drive a car. I had to teach English, because I used to be a hairdresser. And I had to live in an apartment, in which I used to live in a big house. So, looking at example 1, I had to take the metro. Taking the metro for me was something very different. You have to learn which side to stand on, which line to take, what color, do you go downstairs, upstairs, when do the doors close? It takes a lot of getting used to, and it takes time to get comfortable with the changes. So I have the example, I got used to taking the metro. This is a sentence in past simple. It's in past simple, meaning a completed action in the past, but it talks about my present state. Right now, I am comfortable taking the metro. I know which side to stand on, I know when the doors are closing, and I know which line to take. But it did take some time. That action, that process of getting comfortable is the verb to get used to. And I have the construction who, get used to, doing. Doing what? And this particular phrase and construction can be used in any of the tenses, whether it be past simple, meaning completed. You can use it present, getting used to, meaning the process. You can also use it in the future. I will be getting used to, meaning somewhat of a promise. And so taking a look at our last 2 examples, I got used to teaching English, meaning I quite enjoy it now. I'm able to do it, and I like what I do. And the last one, I still haven't gotten used to living in an apartment. Now this isn't true, but in theory what it means is right now I'm living in an apartment, I do it, it's okay, but I don't really like it. Maybe it's still too small, or the neighbors upstairs are always too loud. There's something that's still not comfortable and I still just don't like. So you can also use it in the negative form. Thank you guys very much for watching. Just something to think about. I want you to imagine that you're moving to a foreign country. What would you have to get used to if you moved to China? How about to Egypt? Just something to think about. So good luck from all of us at Family English. Thank you.